You've probably heard of the Trojan War, right? The giant wooden horse, the beautiful Helen, the legendary Achilles. But do you know the epic story that tells just a tiny, yet incredibly dramatic slice of that war? Today, let's dive into Homer's masterpiece, the Iliad. Okay, so picture this. The Trojan War has been dragging on for 9 years. 9. The Greeks, or Achaeans as Homer calls them, are camped outside the massive walls of Troy, and everyone's just tired. Morale is low, tempers are high, and this is where our story kicks off. It all starts not with a battle, but with an argument. A really big one. Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces, is a bit of a jerk. He's taken a woman named Chryseis as a war prize. Her father, a priest of Apollo, comes to him, offers a huge ransom, and begs for her back. Agamemnon, in his infinite wisdom, basically tells the old man to get lost. Big mistake. Apollo is furious. He sends a plague raining down on the Greek camp. Soldiers are dropping like flies. This is where our superstar hero Achilles steps in. He's the greatest warrior of his time, basically a demigod, and he's not happy. He calls a meeting and says, "Hey, what gives? We need to fix this." The prophet Calchas reveals the truth. "Agamemnon, you angered Apollo. You gotta give the girl back." Agamemnon agrees, but his ego is massive. He says, "Fine, I'll return Chryseis, but I'm taking your war prize, Achilles." And that prize is a woman named Briseis. Now for Achilles, this isn't just about losing a prize. It's a massive public insult. It's a direct challenge to his honor, his time. And Achilles, he snaps. He throws down his sword and declares, "That's it, I'm done. Me and my men, the Myrmidons, we're sitting this war out. You guys can go fight the Trojans by yourselves. Let's see how well you do without me." He storms off to his tent to sulk, and he even asks his mom, the sea goddess Thetis, to go complain to Zeus and make sure the Greeks get absolutely demolished. And that's exactly what happens. Without Achilles, the tide of the war turns dramatically. The Trojans, led by their own champion, the noble and powerful Hector, start pushing the Greeks back to their ships. The Greeks are getting slaughtered. We see incredible duels, like Paris versus Menelaus, and Hector versus the Greek champion Ajax. But without their ace player, the Greeks are just losing badly. Agamemnon panics. He realizes he messed up. He sends an embassy to Achilles' tent, his best friends Odysseus and Ajax, with a huge apology package. "I'll give Briseis back, plus tons of gold, treasure, even one of my own daughters in marriage. Just please come back and fight." And what does Achilles say? Nope. He's still too hurt, too full of rage. He rejects the offer completely. This is the heart of the story, the devastating consequences of Achilles' wrath. But the fighting gets even more desperate. The Trojans, led by Hector, actually set one of the Greek ships on fire. It looks like it's all over for the Greeks. At this point, Achilles' best friend, his soulmate Patroclus, can't stand to watch anymore. He goes to Achilles and begs, "If you won't fight, at least let me wear your armor. The Trojans will see it, think you've returned, and they'll retreat." Achilles, in a fateful decision, agrees. "Okay, but just push them back from the ships. Don't go all the way to the walls of Troy." Patroclus puts on the legendary armor and it works. The Trojans freak out thinking Achilles is back. Patroclus fights like a demon, driving them back. But he gets caught up in the glory of battle. He forgets Achilles' warning. He chases the Trojans all the way to the walls of Troy. And there, he meets Hector. Hector, with a little help from the god Apollo, kills Patroclus. The news reaches Achilles and his world shatters. His anger at Agamemnon is instantly replaced by an all-consuming grief and a burning desire for revenge. This is the turning point. The sulking hero is gone, replaced by a terrifying force of nature. He reconciles with Agamemnon, gets a brand new set of divine armor forged by the god Hephaestus himself, and returns to the battlefield. What follows is an absolute rampage. Achilles cuts through the Trojan army like a storm. His only goal is to find Hector. Finally, they meet outside the city walls. It's the duel we've all been waiting for. Hector knows he's going to die, but he faces Achilles with courage. The fight is swift. Achilles is unstoppable. He kills Hector. But his revenge doesn't end there. In his rage, he ties Hector's body to the back of his chariot and drags it in the dust around the walls of Troy for days, desecrating the corpse. It's a shocking, brutal act. The gods themselves are horrified. And this leads to the powerful, quiet conclusion of the Iliad. One night, Priam, the old king of Troy and Hector's father, risks everything. Guided by the god Hermes, he sneaks into the Greek camp and into Achilles' tent. He falls to his knees, kisses the hands of the man who killed his son, and begs for Hector's body back so he can give him a proper burial. Seeing this grieving old man, Achilles finally sees a reflection of his own father. His rage breaks. He weeps with Priam, for Patroclus, for Hector, for all the losses of war. He has found his humanity again. He agrees to return the body and calls a truce for the funeral. The epic ends not with the fall of Troy, not with the Trojan horse, but with the funeral of Hector, breaker of horses. It's a somber, profound ending about the shared humanity of enemies and the devastating universal cost of war and rage. And that's the Iliad, a story not of a war, but of the rage of a single man and the tragedy it unleashed on everyone.